Okay, very good morning, my viewers. Welcome to Social Studies Hub. We are discussing about 10th class 12th lesson, World Between the Wars. So already we are discussed about the First World War. First World War was occurred or happened 1914 to 1918. First World War was started in 1914 and it was ended in 1918. We are also discussed about the causes for First World War and also Russian Socialist Revolution, and also we are discussed about Nazism and fascism, and also we are discussed about economic depression in this lesson. The remaining videos already is there in our channel, so please see the all the videos. Now the topic is Second World War and causes for Second World War. Second World War was started in 1939. It was ended in 1945. So, what are the reasons? What are the causes for Second World War? The Second World War reasons are causes are aggressive nationalism, militarism, imperialism, secret alliances. These are the reasons. Along with these reasons and more other reasons are also is there. The first reason is the Treaty of Versailles intensity of the terms. The Treaty of Versailles intensity of the terms is the reason for Second World War. At the end of First World War, after completion of First World War, a conference was held in Versailles in 1919. This is the biggest conference. So many delegates, so many nations, 32 nations was attended to Versailles meeting. These 32 nations covered 3 by 4th of population in the world. So only victorious countries, that is powerful countries attended or invited, but defeated countries was not invited. So which countries was invited? Which countries are conducted? So USA, UK, France, Italy, Japan. These countries was participated in the Versailles meeting, and Russia and defeated countries was not attended to or not invited to this meeting. Which are the defeated countries? Central power countries. Central power countries means Germany, Austria, Hungary, Turkey. These countries was not attended to this meeting. In this meeting, victorious countries imposed so many conditions, terms and conditions on the Germany. So, because to weaken the Germany, the victorious countries imposed so many conditions on Germany. The Versailles Treaty imposed some territorial penalties and military cuts on the Germany. So Germany lost its colonies in Africa. Germany lost its colonial countries in Africa, and also Germany losses Alsace and Lorraine. Germany losses Alsace and Lorraine. Germany losses and Alsace and Lorraine places, and also Germany losses colonial countries in Africa. So and also Germany lost its army strength. So actually the Germany have 9 lakh army strength, but it was decreased, it was pulled down to 1 lakh. So Germany army was decreased to 9 lakh to how much? 1 lakh. So Germany losses which places? Alsace and Lorraine. Germany also lost its colonial countries in which continent? Africa. So it was also Germany do not have submarines. Germany do not have submarines. So and also naval strength, restricted its naval strength to 6 battleships. Actually they have dozen torpedo missiles, but when the conditions after that condition Versailles meeting, the Germany have only 6 battleships. Actually, they have dozen torpedo missiles. So now they have only 6 battleships. It is a so Germany becomes humiliated. Germany think the Treaty of Versailles was dictate imposed on them, and they had no respect and no responsibility for it. Actually, Germany lost its all places and it's lost militaries, and it's also decreased its military strength, also decreased naval strength, also decreased. So these conditions was humiliated the Germany so much. So without permission, without inviting the Germany, the victorious countries was imposed so many conditions on Germany. So Germany, how Germany had now very angry on that victorious countries. It is one of the reason for Second World War. Next, second reason is failure of the League of Nations. Actually, the Treaty of Versailles, and the Treaty of Versailles is set up or established a League of Nations. The work of League of Nations is prevent the war between the nations. Neither for League of Nations, Russia and Germany was not invited. Russia and Germany was not invited. So and USA could not become a member in US. USA also not a member in League of Nations because US Parliament name is Congress. US Parliament refused to formation of League of Nations. Actually, League of Nations is proposed by Woodrow Wilson, whose proposed is the President of America. So he proposed League of Nations, but US Parliament, America Parliament, Congress was refused to formation of the League of Nations. So hence League of Nations had formed. In this League of Nations 58 member or 58 countries are membered countries in this League of Nations. These 58 countries hoped League of Nations would help remove the wars. League of Nations will be prevent the wars or remove the wars through collective security. And also it settles the disputes between the countries through negotiation. So all the countries, all the 58 member countries believed or hoped the League of Nations prevent the wars between the countries with collective security, and also it settle the disputes problems between countries through negotiations. చర్చల ద్వారా అంటే డిస్కషన్ ద్వారా ప్రాబ్లమ్ సాల్వ్ చేస్తుంది అనుకున్నారు. అండ్ ఆల్సో లీగ్ ఆఫ్ నేషన్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్డ్ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ కోర్ట్ ఆఫ్ జస్టిస్. International Court of Justice was established by League of Nations. International Court of Justice, they settle the legal disputes between the nations. Legal disputes between the nations. X, and also League of Nations, the League of Nations was established. International Court of Justice. It was in Netherlands. League of Nations was located in which Netherlands. So where was the International Court of Justice was located? In Netherlands country, The Hague place. Even though lot of promise, much was expected. It eventually, initially it was successful very faithfully. Eventually it failed to prevent the Second World War. It was failed to prevent the Germany, Japan and its Italy. These three countries violated the international agreements and they attacked on other countries. So League of Nations was failed to control the wars, to settle the problems between the countries. So it is also one of the reason for Second World War. And next third reason is Germany challenge to vengeful domination. Vengeful means revenge. జర్మనీ ఛాలెంజ్ చేస్తుంది. ఏం ఛాలెంజ్ చేస్తుందో చూద్దాం. ఆఫ్టర్ జర్మనీ డిఫీటెడ్ ఇన్ ద ఫస్ట్ వరల్డ్ వార్. After First World War in 1919, Versailles Conference was held. The victorious countries, allied power countries wanted to punish which country? Germany. They wanted to punish Germany because Germany is the responsible for the war, and the victorious countries, they want to cripple its so that it could not rise again. The victorious countries crippled the Germany. They did not rise again. So that's why victorious countries forced so many conditions on Germany. Germany became a Slavish country. Now a aversive desire was created in Germany. This leads to Hitler and Nazi party. So Germany people they wanted they get back their territories. They want to reback their territorial places which were lost in Versailles Treaty. So they also wanted restore Germany control over the central. They wanted control over the Central Europe, the control over the Central Europe, and also they wanted reback their territories, and also they wanted control over the Central Europe. Germany Germany rebuilt their industries. Germany rebuilt their industries and their economy under the leadership of Nazis and developed their army and armament industries which could only be served in by the war. So and they wanted what? Actually, so many condition was imposed in Versailles Treaty. The victorious countries they crippled down, could not rise again the Germany. So these conditions, Versailles Treaty conditions, Versailles Treaty conditions was made Germany become a Slavish country. So Germany have a desire that led to Hitler and Nazi party. Germany people they want reback, they want get back their territories which was lost in Versailles Treaty scene. And also they wanted restore Germany control over the Central Europe, and also Germany rebuilt industries under the leadership of Nazis and Hitler. They also increased massive army and armament industries. This is the revenge also. Germany vengeful domination also one of the reasons where Second World War. Next, fourth reason, fear from socialism and Russia. The distant result of First World War caused great social changes. Due to the First World War, great social changes in all over Europe. The working class turned. Working class means laborers. Laborers turned to ideologies of socialism and communism. So laborers అందరూ ఏ ఐడియాలజీ వైపు మళ్ళారు అంటే socialism and communism. And in Russia, a socialist revolution was takes place in 1917 because which social become Russia become a communist country, Russia become a socialist country, Russia become Union of Soviet Socialist States. Union of Soviet Socialist States USSR in 1922. All the working class people turned. All the working class people, laborers under a ideology వైపు socialist they followed socialism and communism. Which revolution was occurred in Russian Socialist Revolution. Russian Socialist Revolution was takes place in which year? 1917. Because of Russia changed as a communist state. Russia became a union of Soviet Socialist Republic in 1922. So once the first act, new government was to end Russia and participated war and they begin peace negotiation. Okay. So Russian Socialist Revolution was happened in Russia. So the European Western capitalist countries like Britain, France, they were afraid similar revolution would start other countries of Europe. ఇక్కడ బ్రిటన్ ఫ్రాన్స్ ఆల్సో అఫ్రైడ్ భయపడుతున్నాయి బికాస్ దే ఆర్ క్యాపిటలిస్ట్ కంట్రీస్. మేబీ సిమిలర్ రెవల్యూషన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద రెవల్యూషన్ వాజ్ హ్యాపెండ్ ఇన్ ద రష్యా సోషలిస్ట్ రెవల్యూషన్, that type of revolution maybe happened, maybe starts in other European countries. So Britain was feared, Britain was afraid, so they encouraged Hitler and its Nazis to come together against to the USSR. So Britain and France encouraged Hitler and Nazis to come together against to the USSR. This policy we called as policy of appeasement of Hitler. So what is the meaning of policy of appeasement? The Western capitalist countries feared or afraid about Russian socialist revolution. It may be happened in other European countries. So the capitalist countries encouraged capitalist countries encouraged Hitler and Nazis to come together and against to the USSR. This policy is called as policy of appeasement. They wanted please Hitler. They wanted to please Hitler to get his support against to the USSR, because Hitler also against to the communism and socialism. So that's why this Britain was pleased to the Hitler to support against to the USSR. So these fear from socialism also one of the reason for Second World War. So Russian socialist revolution was happened in Russia. By this Russian socialist revolution, Western capitalist countries like Britain was afraid. Maybe similar revolution would happen in other countries of Europe also. So the Europe capitalist countries encouraged which person? Hitler and Nazis to come against to capitalist countries encouraged Hitler against to USSR. This policy is called as policy of appeasement. So now what is the immediate cause? Immediate cause. Immediate cause is now we are discussing about it is a very important immediate cause for Second World War. So on September 1st, 1939, Germany army entered into Poland, and actually first Hitler was asked Danzig port. Hitler was asked to Poland to hand over the Danzig port, but Hitler was asked to Poland to hand over the Danzig port, but Poland was refused to give the Danzig port to Germany. That's why the Hitler and Hitler army attacked on Poland. In 1939, September 1, actually Hitler asked Danzig port to hand over the Danzig port to Germany, but what will Poland was refused. Poland was refused to give the Danzig port to Germany. So they invaded, they are attacked. Hitler army was attacked on Poland September 1, 1939. This is the immediate cause for First World War. Actually, Hitler asked Danzig port to hand over the Danzig port to Germany, but Poland was refused to give the Danzig port to Germany. That's why the Hitler was attacked September 1, 1939 on Poland. So Hitler thought it is a small operation, small military operation, but Poland was defense agreement with defense pact with Britain. So Britain joined in police side. Police means Poland. Britain joined police side. Our side joined in the Poland side, and France also joined Poland side, and all joined them later. This was begin the Second World War, and remaining fascist countries, Germany, Japan, Italy. So fascist countries supported each other, and they began conquest neighboring countries. This led to Second World War. The Second World War was started between Axis power countries. Axis power also called as Central powers. Axis power countries are Germany, Italy, Japan. Axis power countries are Germany, Italy, Japan. Germany, Italy, Japan. Allied power countries was led by England, Britain, US, America, France, Russia. So actually, in initially, USA was not jumped into the Second World War, but USA America was entered in Second World War in 1941 because Japan attacked on Pearl Harbor of USA. In 1941, Japan attacked on Pearl Harbor of USA. Japan is the ally of Germany. Japan అనేది Germany friend. So Japan attacked on Pearl Harbor of USA. That's why USA was joined in the Second World War in 1941. So Hitler and USSR also not joined in the initially in the Second World War. So beginning of the war, USSR is not there. USA also is not there. USA joined in 1941. USSR Russia was joined in 1942. So Hitler, why? Because USSR entered in Second World War. Russia was entered in Second World War. Hitler they wanted to attack on USSR in 1942. That's why USSR Russia was joined in the Second World War in 1942. So the war was occurred between Axis power countries and Allied power countries. The finally Allied power countries are victorious countries in the Second World War. So the defeat, how the defeat? Initially, initially, initially Germany armies was they have upper hand. Initially, German armies was turned back after they were defeated in famous battle. So Germany defeated in which battle? Famous battle, famous war. The war is Stalingrad, Stalingrad, Stalingrad war in 1943. In which war Germany armies was defeated? Battle of Stalingrad, Battle of Stalingrad. So Battle of Stalingrad. In Battle of Stalingrad, which country was defeated? Germany was defeated. People all over the Eastern European, they welcomed the Soviets, and who are against to the Nazi rule, they are welcomed. They eventually captured Berlin. So after that, and Allied power countries captured Berlin also. Berlin is the capital city of Germany. Germany defeated in Battle of Stalingrad in 1943. Germany defeated in Battle of Stalingrad in 1943. After that, Allied power countries also captured, also occupied Berlin also. Berlin is the capital city of Germany, and Hitler and his friends committed to suicide. సో టు అవాయిడ్ ద క్యాప్చరింగ్ అంటే పట్టుకొని ఏం చేస్తారు అని చెప్పి హిట్లర్ అండ్ హిస్ క్లోజ్ అసోసియేట్స్ వాళ్ళు హత్య చేసుకున్నారు, ఆత్మహత్య. సో ఈవెన్చువల్లీ జర్మనీ వాజ్ డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ టూ పార్ట్స్. ద ఈస్టర్న్ పార్ట్ నేమ్డ్ యాజ్ GDR, German Democratic Republic. Western part we call as GDR, German Democratic Republic. Eastern part we call as German Democratic Republic. It was under control of Russia. And western portion is the name we call as FRG. FRG means Federal Republic of Germany. It was under control of America. Yes, this map shows. సో వాట్ ఇది ఇవి ఎవరెవరి కంట్రోల్లో, జపాన్ కంట్రోల్లో ఉన్న కంట్రీస్ ఏవి అని ఉంది. కొరియా, హాంకాంగ్, ఇండోనేషియా, మలేషియా, నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ న్యూ గయానా, డచ్ ఈస్ట్ ఇండీస్. దీస్ కంట్రీస్ వాజ్ అండర్ కంట్రోల్ ఆఫ్ జపాన్. ఇన్ విచ్ ఇయర్? 1942. సో GDR means the eastern part of the Germany divided into two parts. So one part, eastern part is called as GDR. GDR is under control of eastern part. East Germany is under control of USSR, Russia. West Germany, FRG, Federal Republic Germany, is under control of America. So next, Japan surrendered to USA. Japan also surrendered. జపాన్ కూడా సరెండర్ అయింది. ఎప్పుడు సరెండర్ అయింది? సో ఇన్ 1945. USA was bombing on the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. USA bombing on Hiroshima August 6. So but in Nagasaki, USA bombing August 9. So USA bombing on Hiroshima and Nagasaki of Japan in August 6 and August 9 in 1945. So the Second World War was ended. US armies occupied the Japan, but they were allowed to rule the Japanese empires. And also Japan was ruled the elected government responsible to the parliament. So Japan parliament name is Diet. యాక్చువల్గా యుఎస్ ఆర్మీ వాళ్ళు ఆక్యుపై చేశారు జపాన్ని, కానీ రూల్ చేయడానికి మళ్ళీ ఎవరికి ఇచ్చారు? జపనీస్ ఎంపైర్కే ఇచ్చారు. సో వాళ్ళు ఏం చేశారంటే వాళ్ళు ఎలక్టెడ్ గవర్నమెంట్ని ఫామ్ చేశారు. జపాన్ పార్లమెంట్ని డైట్ అంటాం. సో మెనీ ఆఫ్ నాజీ లీడర్స్ వర్ క్యాప్చర్డ్ అండ్ దే కెప్ట్ ఇన్ ద న్యూరెంబర్గ్ ట్రయల్ ఆర్ న్యూరెంబర్గ్ కోర్టులో పెట్టారు. నాజీ బిలాంగ్స్ టు జర్మనీ వాళ్ళందరినీ ఎక్కడ పెట్టారు? కోర్టులో. న్యూరెంబర్గ్ ట్రిబ్యునల్ గివెన్ ఏ Nuremberg Tribunal given a judgment. Nuremberg Tribunal sentenced only 11 members, Nazis to death. Remaining people were imprisoned for life. ఒక 11 మంది అనేటోళ్ళు బాగా అంటే మరణశిక్షకు, మిగతా వాళ్ళందరూ యావజ్జీవ కారాగార శిక్ష, ఇంప్రిజన్డ్ ఫర్ లైఫ్ మొత్తం జైల్లోనే ఉండాలి. ఆల్దో జస్టిస్ వాజ్ హ్యాపెండ్ ఎట్ పనిష్మెంట్ గివెన్ నాజీస్ వర్ వెరీ లిటిల్. So they did so many brutalities, so many criminals, but compared to criminal activities, punishment was very less. వాళ్ళు చేసిన యాక్టివిటీస్కి మనం పనిష్మెంట్ చాలా లిటిల్ తక్కువ ఇస్తున్నాం. నెక్స్ట్, సో the allies now after first world war, victorious countries imposed so many conditions on Germany, but now after second world war, allied powers countries, they did not want to impose harsh conditions on Germany. ఇప్పుడు కండిషన్స్ను పెట్టొద్దు అనుకుంటున్నాయి. అండ్ ఆల్సో they did not impose so many conditions on Germany, but instead of conditions, these allied power countries, victorious countries, give a economic support to Germany and Japan. Given economic support to Germany and Japan. USA came up with a new plan. The plan name is Marshall Plan. According to Marshall Plan, so USA provided fund to Germany and Japan. So Marshall Plan was taken by which country? USA. Which country came up with Marshall Plan? America, USA. So USA given a fund to which countries? Germany and Japan. And also USSR, Russia also given a economic support to East European countries. Russia also given a economic support to East European countries. This is about the Second World War, causes and Second World War. About Second World War, we will discuss after what will happen after Second World War. Consequences of Second World War we will discuss in next video. I think you should understand very well. So please like and share, subscribe.